I think someone should show Iron Man that movie. He's just not that into you. Cap is definitely into those hard-to-get guys. It's time for CJDJ's Movie Power Hour! Alright, this is CJ and DJ's Movie Power Hour, your one-stop shop for all things movies while drinking the Power Hour. My name is CJ, I'm your host, and to my left, we got the co-host with the mo-host, like always, DJ.
What's up, everybody?
And last but not least, we got one, maybe the best? Well, definitely the best engineer in all of the land. It's Mattman 100.
100. What's going on?
Oh, man, it's hot today, I noticed.
It's a little warm.
Sorry, I'll leave.
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, besides, us being hot, I think the hot topic of this video and everything that's been going on in the world, Spider-Man Homecoming, don't you think?
It is.
It's the hottest topic right now, and that's what we're going to be talking about.
Sure is. It's also hot because there are a bunch of hormonal teens going through their lives in school.
And everybody's got a crush on somebody. And
it's homecoming.
Yeah.
The sweats get to you.
Kind of just like Civil War, which is the movie that we're going to be reviewing also.
Woo!
Woo!
Yeah. Super excited on that one.
All triangle relationships, all that stuff, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, before we get started here, Deej, let the people know at home, we got all these cups in front of us. What is in these cups and what are they here for?
Well, we are doing a power hour. Anybody could talk about movies, but we're going to do it during a power hour. That means we take one shot of beer every minute for 60 minutes for the full hour.
Yeah.
It's going to get nice and slippery. Can't wait.
Yeah. That's just the way I like it, right?
You know what, you guys? Join us at home. Yeah, it's nice and slippery. Join us at home. Try not to do it when you're at work or driving. And we'll get ready for a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then one last elephant that I'd like to address in the room is Mattman. Mattman decided that he is going to be leaving us. Now, I know your guys' concern. What's happening with his raps? Well, he'll still be featured on this show. Every episode, he will be doing a P-Break rap for us. Mattman.
Every episode.
We are going to miss you, but I am sure as hell going to enjoy this time today that we have together.
It's going to be the best time ever, okay?
Sure is, man. And I know I wore this shirt an episode or two ago.
No, go ahead. No, just do it. Just do it.
I know. I wore this shirt a couple episodes ago, but this is our Mattman 100 shirts, just to show my love for you. But I know this is kind of mushy. I don't want you guys to worry. We're still going to rip on them as we usually do. It's going to be a fun-filled episode.
Yeah. All right. Well, Deej, I think that's about it. Let's go ahead and get started, shall we?
Let's get started, man.
Woo! Boom!
Jesus.
All right. So like I told you guys at the beginning of this show, we are going to be talking about Spider-Man Homecoming. And what better to do that than watch the trailer, right?
Let's do it, man.
I am really excited for this trailer. I'm just going to give a couple people that are going to be in this movie just to give you guys a refresher.
Making me wait.
We got Tom Holland as Peter Parker / Spider-Man, right?
Yep, with his debut just last year.
Yeah, and then we got we got Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark. I always get them confused because he was perfectly cast for that role.
Yeah.
We got Marissa Tomei as Aunt May.
Mm-hmm.
And
the hot aunt.
We got the hot aunt this time instead of the old one.
Yeah, Mama Gump.
Yeah. And then last but not least,
the old one.
Last but not least, we have got Michael Keaton as the Vulture.
Dude, Birdman, Batman.
Also, his name is Adrian Toomes. Toomes.
Okay, like the Pharaoh?
Yeah, like the Pharaoh.
Pharaoh's tombs.
I guess.
How was the mummy?
No, Toomes, like Toomes. Tombs.
Like rooms.
Yes, rooms, but
all right.
Tombs,
that makes sense.
All right, anyways. Let's go ahead. We're going to jump right into it. We're going to be watching the trailer right now, and we'll stop it halfway through. We'll talk a little bit about it, then we'll cut through the rest of it and then give our overall impressions and what we think. So, Mattman 100, let's go ahead and start the trailer.
Finally, here we go.
Good evening, Peter. You have
high tech.
576 possible
This suit is way better than the previous ones.
Well, yeah,
as far as technology.
Money made it.
That suit?
Yeah,
not poor ass Peter Parker.
When's our next retreat?
What, next mission?
Although you do have
We'll
to
call
say
it.
his tapestry skills were on point back then.
It's not a hug, but I'm just grabbing the door for you.
He could have built himself a career with it.
Good luck out there.
And
Cue the John Hughes.
Peter?
It's like a fun teen movie now.
I can't tonight. I got
Yeah, you know what? They should be fun
What's
teen
up, guys?
movies.
Mr. Stark, here's my report for
15
tonight.
I wasn't saying that as a
Grand
comment.
Theft Bicycle. Hey, could you do me a favor? Hold on to that. Does anybody
Extraordinarily quippy
I
like
helped
he
this
should
old
be.
lady and
Yeah.
she bought me a churro, so that was nice. I just feel like I could be doing more. Wait a minute. You guys aren't the real Avengers.
And
Hulk
because
gives
he
it
knows
away.
him, because we're actually in the
New move I'm
MCU
working
now.
on? Not bad. Oh, God, this feels so strange.
Definitely. The Quip
These
Master.
weapons are crazy
Yeah.
dangerous.
All right, there we go. That's our first break. So,
That's looking
DJ,
good.
I just wanted to talk a little bit about what we've seen so far. We're halfway through the trailer. What are you thinking? You
I
like
think
it?
it's pretty
You
cool.
I
You were
think I'm
mentioning
liking
about
the tone right
yeah.
now.
You were mentioning about the quips and the difference between the first two Spider-Mans, like Tobey Maguire and the British guy.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, wherever that guy's doing now. Not just
He's in Hacksaw Ridge.
isn't he an
Academy Award
Is he a winner or nominee?
nominee.
So basically
think-
nothing.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I think it's just so nominee.
Nah.
All right,
no,
anyways, go.
I love that guy. But you didn't see the quippiness that much with Tobey Maguire, and
Got a lot of it with Andrew
Garfield.
Garfield.
yeah, and it was almost kind of dickish. He was pretty playful and it was pretty
Yeah.
cool, and it was a good balance with him being a geek. So it's looking really good.
Yeah, and I'm definitely digging the vibe. Like we were talking about during the trailer, I feel like this movie should be a quippy teen movie.
Yeah,
You know, especially since, Peter Parker's 15, right? Like, he's a sophomore in high school. Like, he shouldn't be all, dark and dreadful and,
emo.
Yeah, and emo,
Yeah, I think they're hitting it correctly so far.
Yeah, so I say let's go ahead and finish out the rest of this trailer and we'll talk about it.
All right.
Let's go ahead. Madman
Listen,
100.
Peter, there are people who handle this sort of thing. Can't you just be a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man?
There we go.
Activating
Vulture
parachute.
picks his prey.
The world's
7717, by the way.
we change too.
This is my chance to prove myself.
We have a Spanish quiz.
I really love what they did with Harry Osborn.
this part of the job.
I don't understand. What's he doing?
Yeah, he
I'm
does
today.
seem kind of misplaced. Like, they really just wanted to throw him in there as a nod to, like, hey, use the potential Miles Morales.
Yeah, you're right. I forgot about that.
Hey, where are you going?
He's got the web.
Dude,
What do you
fan
want?
service for days.
Peter?
What was that girl's name? I can't remember. I can't keep up with all
I'm
the...
just kidding. I don't care.
Zendaya? Yeah. I think that's...
There's a ton of other subsystems in here, but they're all disabled.
Did you
by
see the way that
training wheels
Iron Man and
protocols.
Spider-Man flew? Kind of like
kid.
But you are a kid.
Rocket
You can stop
and
and bust with his bare hands.
Star-Lord.
Do you think they were trying to pull that parallel?
I don't think so, but I'm pretty sure I called it in our Power Hour. That one.
All right, Deej, let's go ahead and get into it. We just saw this trailer. What is your initial reaction to the movie?
My initial reaction
Or the
is going to
trailer and the
be...
movie.
I know I'm going to have a great time with it. I'm not going to be a prude and say I've seen this before because Marvel does... what do they call that? When they introduce a character...
The origins?
Origin stories better than anybody.
Yeah.
So I'm super stoked for this.
Yeah, dude, I think it's going to be a nice, refreshing change of no origin and kind of just jumping into it. Because we all know, we've had, what, 5 Spider-Man movies in the past 15? No.
Don't show your age,
15
dude.
years? Or
Feels
whatever?
like yesterday.
Or
Yeah.
10 years, whatever. We got all these Spider-Man movies. We know what happened to Peter Parker.
And
Right.
Old Man Ben. How many times can they kill him?
Yeah, right? It's got to be hard, like a Groundhog Day where you die every time.
But yeah. So I had a couple of notes that I wanted to point out. This like high tech thing, I think it's cool. I just don't know how I feel about it because I'm not used to it.
Yeah, I can get down with your apprehension about that. I think it's a nice like pivot instead of him just having to make his costume every time.
Yeah.
Which we all know Peter Parker cannot be that good at tapestry, right?
Yeah. Like I was saying, I don't know if you heard me. Like he could build himself a career if he could literally sew his own.
Exactly. He didn't need to become a photographer for the paper business.
Oh, seriously? Yeah, he's not taking the smartest way out.
Yeah.
But I got a question for you.
What's going on?
I liked him a lot in Civil War, and I liked him a lot in these trailers. he seems kind of jumpy, kind of like innocent, like, yeah, of course, Mr. Stark.
Yeah.
Do you think that might get annoying after a while or no? Because it's not right now, but it's almost like
I could see where that would become a problem, but I think one thing that we'll see, and this is just me speculating, so I don't really know, but I think one thing that we'll see is kind of Peter Parker coming into his own, making his own decisions, and kind of, I think that's what a lot of this movie's about, is the fact that he's got all these constraints with Tony Stark coming in and kind of being like his pseudo dad, right?
Yeah.
And then him kind of breaking out of that mold and still trying to do what's right, even though he's being told not to.
Right.
You know, and I think he'll come into his own. I don't think he's just going to be like, okay, whatever. You know, I don't think he'll continue to be like that, especially since like we're kind of seeing how his real personality as Spider-Man is coming out.
Yeah.
You know, he's ultra quippy. He doesn't take shit from anybody. Like, you know, I think we'll see him kind of come into his own as an actual person.
Yeah, that's a good point. Another one, I did really like it. I did really like what I'm expecting. I don't know if it's me having a soft spot for it or if I really, really liked it, because I love the first two Sam Raimi Spider-Mans.
Right.
And
the first Amazing Spider-Man was pretty good.
Oh, yeah, I liked it. A lot of people didn't like either of them.
Yeah, well, the second one sucked, and that was a case of like just trying to shove too much into one thing.
Yeah. With dying Harry Osborn. They went a completely different route with this Harry Osborn.
And Gwen Stacy dying in that one. Spoilers if you haven't seen it. It's already been 4 years. Or 3
watch
years,
the movie.
whatever. Yeah, you should have seen it by now. And it's not a good movie, so don't even bother. But yeah, so they were just trying to shove in all that. They had that little weird ending sequence where they were trying to introduce the Sinister Six. They had that weird rhino part at the very end where you're like,
well, it was like the biggest selling point of the trailer.
What are you doing? Like, he was not a part of this at all, and then you're just going to thrust him in here. So that was the reason why that was so bad. But one thing I wanted to ask about the trailers specifically, you've seen the other ones, right?
Yeah.
Some of the older ones that have come out. Now, if you combine all three of these movies, do you kind of get the feeling like you've seen the movie?
They did show a lot.
It was a lot thrown in there.
Yeah.
Like, I remember watching the second trailer that came out and being like, did I really just... So he's going to get the suit. He's going to do some stuff. He's going to run into the main villain. Then he's going to lose the suit. And then now he has to figure out how to fight the main villain without the suit.
Yeah.
In his traditional, I guess, tactics.
You know what? I had a big problem with Batfleck because he had tiny ears. I'm wondering if the last scene... Because I didn't see any of that, really. I saw him on a plane. I'm wondering if the last scene is him, freeballing it with his, like... his beanie without his real suit.
I think it's supposed to be. I think that's what the end. I don't know. I'm going based off of the trailers, which I feel like I watched the movie. So that looked like an ending sequence, unless they really change it up on me. And Tony Stark at the end is like, you know what, kid? Let's get them together, and gives them back the suit.
Where they're swinging together. I'd be really bummed out if that shot is where the end credits show. I'm like, I don't know if they're going to do that or not, but I'm just saying for aesthetic reasons, I want to see him in the final act with his suit. That's the only real concern I
think I like having Tony Stark in this.
Me too.
I kind of hope that he takes a little bit of a smaller role than he did in Civil War, which we'll be talking about later.
Oh yeah.
I think I kind of want him to have like a little bit more of a back seat. I think this is supposed to be more. I mean, realistically, this is our first feature production. Feature production's a good one. Yeah, feature production.
It's only a beer.
Of Peter Parker and Tom Holland being Spider-Man. So I think it's really important for him to kind of take a back seat. And I mean, they're probably paying him truckloads of money anyway. So
yeah, I know. They're probably just trying to show how much money they freaking have.
Yeah. I think
Disney money.
I think it would just be nice to have him kind of have his own movie, because everybody else did for the most part.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we're going with it. Now, another thing I wanted to ask was, how do we feel about Tom Holland being Peter Parker?
I liked him. I there's nothing I could really say except I might be a little bit nervous that he could be annoying, but no, you kind of shut that one down. I like him. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, I think I'm really excited for it. It's nice to have like a really
child.
young person.
Yeah, basically a child.
You know, someone who's actually close, and I'll give a trivia point on that in a little bit. But someone who's actually like in their teens.
Yeah,
technically.
Versus hiring 30-year-old Tobey Maguire.
Well, he was 25.
Well, same.
And Andrew Garfield was 26. when he started his first one.
But
But
the body of a 15-year-old.
I have that in my notes.
Oh.
But anyways, all right, let's get into it. We're just gonna go ahead and wrap up here. Box office predictions. Number 1, right?
Oh, for
For
sure,
that
number
weekend?
1. Yeah,
Yeah,
no
it's gotta be
doubt.
number 1.
And that's an action-packed July. I'm almost gonna say it's probably gonna be number 1 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. Now we
Yep.
got War for the Planet of the Apes,
Yeah,
which people
Besides
are
Bold.
starting to compare that trilogy to the likes of Lord of the Rings, of being that caliber of good.
fun fact.
Yes,
There's 2 trilogies of those books, and I've
the regular Lord of the Rings, not the
and
Hobbit.
but I haven't seen either of the third movies. I keep-
You're missing out on Return of the King, man.
Yes, I keep hearing that. So I'm moderately excited. I'm probably 2/3 excited by the way you just saying that.
What are we thinking about? What it's going to open up to? What do you think the opening weekend is going to be?
I think it might beat.
Is it going to beat Wonder Woman?
Dude, I honestly think Spider-Man is such a hot topic. And I think it's gonna beat Wonder Woman for sure. I think it's gonna beat Guardians. Guardians was 140 something.
145.
I think it's gonna beat 150.
Okay. Yeah, I can get down with that.
All right.
I can see that. Definitely. I'll go ahead and agree with you on that.
All right. Case closed.
Now, let's go ahead and get into a little bit of trivia, and then we're closing out this segment, guys. Tom Holland is the youngest actor to play Spider-Man at 19 years old. His predecessors, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield,
Heard of 'em.
were 25 and 26, like I mentioned, when they were cast to be Peter Parker.
All right.
That's
Big
kind of
shoes.
nice. A little fun fact Easter egg that I like that I pulled out. This is our last trivia point before we go to the break. Michael Keaton plays a character called the Vulture, right?
Yep.
Now, he is a man in a bird costume. Michael Keaton, I don't know if you remember, a couple years ago was in a Oscar-winning picture called Birdman.
It won. Huh?
Yeah, won that year in Birdman, which is also a play on his character from Batman. How meta are we getting here? You know, it would be awesome if the Vulture, Adrian Toomes, whatever his name is, ends up being the same kind of personality as Bruce Wayne from.
I'd freaking love it. Oh my gosh.
How
Can you
crazy
imagine?
of an idea would that be?
You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
Yeah, seriously, like that would be so funny if you said that in the movie.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, like can't you just be friendly neighborhood Spider-Man? They're dropping lines.
Yeah.
They just might.
See?
Oh, that's a good prediction.
That's what I'm talking about. So we're going to go ahead and waste these next 13 seconds before we go into our break here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite? Rank your
Holland.
top 3 Spider-Mans.
Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man. I think that's pretty easy.
I was gonna say Tobey Maguire, Tom Holland, and Andrew
okay.
Garfield, but
I thought you meant
I think I'd have to agree with you. Wait, you said Spider-Man 2 first?
Yeah, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man, and then
Totally agree.
well, guys, we're heading into our first break. Let's go ahead and take this real quick. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
All right, so we're heading into our first break now in honor of Matt Man leaving us, which I hate so much. We decided to give him 2 minutes to explain why Anchorman, his favorite movie of all time, is actually the best movie of all time. So, Mattman, one hundo, go ahead and take it from here.
All right, as you've probably noticed, that's Afternoon Delight in the background. One of the best songs ever produced. It topped the charts 4 times in a row. I'm just kidding. I have no clue I have no clue at all. Anchorman is the best movie for 5 reasons, okay? Number 1, he's Ron Burgundy. Okay, I think everyone can agree, I think unanimously, that Ron Burgundy is the shit. Number 2 is he went number 1 in the ratings for years. I actually went and looked at the script to see if there was a number, but they just implied that it was for years. Do you know how hard it is to stay in the ratings for years? I don't know. But all I know is people at work, it's very hard to stay in the ratings for years. So Ron Burgundy did it. We should be bowing down to him. Number 3 is he's a smooth operator, okay? When you think he has no chance, he pulls out all the stops, preferably with that jazz flute. And don't say that wasn't planned. You know, he tried to take her to the gun show. We all know that typically doesn't work. But only way to bag a classy lady is pull out that jazz flute, if you know what I mean. Unexpected, too, usually helps. Number 4, it's a story about comebacks and overall compassion. Okay, sure he was a little upset that Veronica Corningstone, was a woman and took his spot. But in the end, he went in to the bear pit to save the woman, and he pulled her out, ladies and gentlemen, with the help of Baxter. But he pulled her out. And, he got his job back, and he's legendary. He is the best man ever. Also, number 5, my last point here, is it's funny. If you don't like Will Ferrell, then you probably should go kill yourself, okay? Don't do that. Disclaimer. But you should, though, because he is the best actor of all time, in my book. He's funny. He's relevant. He's topical. He's Ron Burgundy. This is One Hundo. Leave you with Afternoon Delight.
Is Batman 100's review of Anchorman. And essentially why it's the best movie of all time. Now, of course, DJ and I have a little bit different standards to go by for a movie, but...
I don't know, man. He was pretty convincing. I think I'm going to have to change some of my reviews.
Well, you know what, Deej? Speaking of movies that are definitely in the upper echelon of movies.
Okay.
Of action movies, I want to say.
Not Anchorman 2.
No.
Oh, okay.
Not that. We're going to be talking about Captain America's Civil War. All right?
All
We're
right.
going to be talking about Tom Holland's first appearance as Spider-Man. That's why we chose it. Let's go ahead and start the clock here, Deej.
Start the clock, man. Woo! Christ, Matt, you're really bringing out the best in us.
All right.
100.
So, like I said, we're going to be reviewing Captain America's Civil War. Spoilers may be included, guys, so just be known. If you don't want the spoilers, we'll have a spoiler alert up. Just avert your eyes and ears so that way you don't have to listen to it.
Yeah,
but
example, Papa T'Challa dies.
No, jeez. Before we get into it, though, DJ, the Mo host, came up with a poster for us, and he's going to give us the rundown of it right now.
All right, guys. Well, yeah, I'm a graphic designer, so I created a poster for this episode. I mean, I love movies, I love drinking, I love posters. I love design, so I'm going to combine the three. Anyway, so we got the Civil War poster, and what I kind of wanted to illustrate was the divide. Because this movie is a lot more sophisticated than, we're going to beat each other up. Even though Zemo right here, he did try
Helmut.
Helmut? Zemo?
Helmut.
That's how you pronounce it?
Yeah, that's how it is in the comics.
Oh, nice, man.
I don't think he was Helmut in here, but that's how it is in the comics.
Yeah. He did try to orchestrate it so they all can fight each other. He kind of pulled off a better version of what Lex Luthor was saying. That's what you and I were talking about.
Yeah, no, I said that later on.
Yeah, I say it later on too. Anyway, so it isn't more of them going against each other. It's more going against each other's beliefs, and they're both fighting for what they think is right, and it does tear them a little bit apart. And yeah. I'll go into that part a little bit later, but I wanted to show them facing away from each other versus going against each other, and the reason they're opposing is a lot because of what Zemo is doing. And what you can see in the background is some snowy mountains. That's where they find these other super soldiers. So that's basically the elements here. I didn't want it to make it a total action-packed, cool action movie style of poster. I just wanted to be a little bit more serious and like a real holy shit versus action fun. The font I chose did kind of make it look like a typical action movie, but forget that. You can see this poster on our Facebook and Instagram, and that's about it. Let me know what you guys think. And
yes,
well done.
Exactly. Let us know what you guys think. DJ provided us with another awesome poster. I'm so glad he does this for us. Now, I just want to get into like a quick plot summary, like very quick. I don't know if you guys remember from our previous Power Hour episodes, but we go scene by scene. This time, I think we're kind of just going with more of a general discussion, more of an actual review for you guys.
We're gonna power through. Get it?
Yeah,
get it? All right. Power.
But I wanted to just run a quick plot summary for you guys. So that way you know what we're talking about and kind of can gather the landscape in case you guys forgot. Or if for some reason you guys wanted to watch a spoiler review and you've never seen the movie. Which is kind of weird. But anyways, the basic synopsis of Civil War is that after the world was was devastated by what happened in Sokovia, which is back in Age of Ultron. Avengers: Age of Ultron.
I'm one of the few who like that movie too. But yeah, Age of Ultron.
It wasn't that bad of a movie. I wouldn't say it was terrible. But after what happened there, and then there was a mission that went a little awry in Lagos, Nigeria.
Yeah.
Right. The world powers came together and decided that the Avengers needed to come and be under the supervision of the UN panel.
A little bit more regulated.
Yeah, which I was kind of listening to that and I was like, yeah, they kind of should be, you know?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, they could have taken some more smarter routes, like only send Vision into Lagos. But
dude, Vision is like the Superman of that.
He
is.
Those. Yeah.
Anyways, now this requires the Avengers to basically sign up for this.
Right.
Kind of pretty much against their will. You either get to be an Avenger or you get to be a normal person.
Yeah.
Which
you get to be a normal person.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cap is on one side and he's against this. And he's like, this is too much for a couple of people to be able to decide how we're going to be able to be used.
Right.
Which is a little contradictory because he's kind of deciding how he should be used.
Touché.
And how his group should be used. I guess one person makes a difference compared to a group of people, which he does mention. He actually does mention that in the movie. But Tony is on the other side. Tony comes from the side of PTSD.
Mm-hmm. They even reintroduce that at the beginning, like, hey, listen, all of these problems, my son died because of your creations, all sort of things, and his girl left him, which was even his assistant, which is like a double whammy. So you do see from his side, it's like, you know what, this kind of really messed up my whole life. We do need to be controlled.
Right, and the whole point that Tony is trying to make is that, we can't just operate with unlimited power. Like, people die from these events that happen. We just need, a lot. He admits it. He said a lot of it's my fault with Ultron, with, his weapons that he makes. He just wants to figure out a better solution because he can't figure it out himself.
Right.
So this leads to an all-out war against the Avengers, pitting friend against friend, warrior against warrior, and all in the background, they are seemingly being pulled by the strings by the secret villain in the background, Helmut Zemo.
Zeemster.
Zemo. And yeah, that's basically the whole plot of the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's get into it, Deej. Let's talk about it. Get into it. Tell me what's going on.
All right.
What do you think about this movie? Give me your impressions.
The first thing that I wanted to bring up from these Russo brothers, they already hit one out of the park with Winter Soldier. It's like, how are you going to handle the most, I think, characters in any Marvel movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, really. So I just wanted to talk
Besides
about
Avengers, I guess, right?
No, this one had more, didn't you think?
Avengers 2?
All right, debatable. Yeah.
I'm not going to try to figure it out right now because I've been drinking and that's not a good idea. But, Hulk and Thor aren't there.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there was a couple more add-ons.
We're in the spoiler territory, by the way.
Yeah. The Black Panther is in this movie. Don't get confused. So what I really liked is how they were able to balance a lot of the characters. You got Captain America. Their characters are pretty consistent. He still is and always been this selfless hero who will fight for what is right. Iron Man is kind of like the Batman, where he's kind of damaged on the inside, but kind of like hides it with his charisma and money. And
is there a correlation there? Charisma and money?
Who knows, man? Otherwise, we'd have some shot glasses. And Zemo,
sounds
like we were saying,
not a good idea at all, by the way.
Or actually, Zemo isn't a returning character, but
we got like Black Widow coming back.
She does, which she's another two-faced character.
Yeah, but she's been in a ton of movies, right?
Scissoring all day.
Continuing her scissoring. Yes. Vision makes a comeback. Scarlet Witch makes a comeback. Ant-Man.
Yeah, and they're all the personalities that they've always been having, and I really like that about that. And Papa Doc, the eagle. I don't know his superhero name.
Falcon.
The Falcon.
Sam Wilson.
Papa Falcon. Sam Wilson. He. I didn't really like him all that much. There's something about him that rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, well, it feels like he's trying too hard.
Yeah.
And it's just with his relationship with Cap. Like in The Winter Soldier, I thought he was pretty well in it. Like he kind of fit the sidekick mold, which is what he is essentially.
Yeah.
But you know, they had that weird love triangle.
Yeah.
Cap really wanted to be with Bucky.
Yeah, that's how the side girls always get, you know.
And Falcon really wants to be with Cap. Cap's like, or you know, Falcon's like, oh hey, I'm your new best friend, and then you know Steve Rogers comes out of nowhere and he's like, yeah, but I've known Bucky for like 100 years, so
like that's exactly what I would say. I'm like, yeah, but I knew her for like 100 years, so can you just get off my back?
So that I see where I get where it kind of happens, but at the same rate, it feels like he's trying too hard, and
and
it didn't make sense as much. Like at least Iron Man and Tony Stark were trying to do something and still wanting to convince Cap that what he was doing was the right thing. Falcon's just in the background like, yeah, Cap, whatever you want.
Yeah.
You got it.
And his wittiness comes off as a little douchey sometimes too. I mean, I do like that actor. I loved him in 8 Mile. But
I think he's pretty good. I really liked him in Pain Again.
Oh yeah, I did too.
I think he was really funny.
But I kind of would maybe give him a little bit more lines.
Yeah.
But dude, flat out, the stand-up character has to be Black Panther. He's for me.
Oh, definitely.
I love
like
him so much.
This is the best. I think the best new character introduction of both Black Panther and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like the best in all of the MCU.
Dude, seriously.
I think it's the best while juggling all these other people. Like I think that's so amazing. And I think one thing that you'll probably bring up with Black Panther, but I'm going to steal your thunder, is that his character is so silent, but his presence is so strong.
Oh yeah, he's a man of a few words, but those stick. Like there's badass written all over him. There's a scene that I wrote down here. It's Captain America and him were talking. They're both just captured because he was chasing down Bucky because he's like, dude, Bucky killed my dad. Yeah. And Captain's like, so just suit like made of adamantium. He just like vibranium. Like
he didn't even say anything.
It's like, dude. The Black Panther is like an urban myth or whatever, and I'm now king. How long do you think you can keep me from killing your friend? And kind of like, oh shit, you're
oh shit, we got a problem here.
But he also had like one of my favorite lines when Hawkeye, Clint, he's like flipping his like arrows. I don't think we met. I'm Clint. I don't care.
I don't care.
His presence is so great. I love that addition of it.
Yeah, Chadwick Boseman, who is the actor for T'Challa. Yeah. Black Panther and Tom Holland for Peter Parker and Spider-Man. They stole it, in my opinion. Sure. They were, and like I mentioned already, they are the best part out of that movie.
For sure.
Besides like the action sequences, which
I only have one line on the action sequences, but for Tom Holland, what I want to give his credit is Spider-Man. It's like, oh, Spider-Man's in, it's gonna steal the show. Regardless of the Spider-Man, he being Spider-Man, his character was super funny and super cool. Like have you guys seen The Empire Strikes Back or the old movie?
Him and Robert Downey Jr. have like really good chemistry together.
Yeah, that's why they had to add him to the movie, of course. You know.
Well, originally, Peter Parker was supposed to have a bigger part. He was actually supposed to have a more of like a Black Panther capacity.
Oh yeah.
But Sony and Marvel couldn't figure out what they were gonna do, so they beefed up Black Panther's part like a lot to be so integral. And then the point where they actually figured out how they want to handle, the deal. At that point, it was too late. Like Black Panther was so integral into the story that they just decided to kind of give Peter Parker his little side role they had.
Yeah, I'm sure you have it written down in your notes, but in case you don't, because I don't have it written down, that reminded me of when the Russo brothers were like interviewed about this movie, and they were saying, yeah, we didn't know if we were gonna have Spider-Man in this. We didn't know if we were gonna have like Tony in this movie. They actually had a couple of stories lined up, and the fact that they were able to get these characters, that's what the movie we got. So it's like, think about an alternate reality. I think there was going to be a different movie with Cap, like fighting like zombie style of people. That's actually what they were saying. I'm not pulling out of my ass. So that's really what I appreciated. They thoroughly thought through all of these things. I don't know if you wanted to pull out some action points, but
dude, all I really wrote was like every action sequence was amazing, and it totally. I feel like every one of those scenes were memorable. You know, like of course, the airport scene is one of the greatest, and will go down
Ever,
as one of the greatest of all time. But every action scene would go through, and you felt seemingly, really excited and very satisfied by it.
Yeah, I wrote every action scene kicked ass, case closed. Never a dull moment, and everything was choreographed nearly perfectly. There's nothing else I could really say. Otherwise, we'd have to have like a full power hour and just their action scenes. It was so great. We need to move past it.
Well, we went through a lot of the pros, which we can praise this movie a lot. But I think every movie has some negatives, except if you're the Godfather.
3?
What? No. Godfather 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So the couple of the negatives I kind of just want to bring out, and I feel like it's really nitpicking, but it's enough for me to notice. And if I notice it, then I'm going to say it.
Okay.
Right? So I thought some of the character motivations, like Hawkeye and Ant-Man, their involvement in other people, but their involvement in the Civil War that they had didn't really feel like it was justified. Like it felt like, why are they even involved? Especially Hawkeye, who doesn't care. He's retired. Like,
he was going to be with his kids.
Yeah, and he wants to get involved in this kind of thing because I guess he was trying to find a righteous, point to it. But
I guess he was bored because he shot 18 and made 18 when he was talking about golf.
It was just not. It didn't really feel like they had much at stake for it.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I wanted to kind of bring up was like Zemo's plan was super involved. And it required a lot of things to go right. But it wasn't as bad as Batman v Superman, where you could easily pick the holes out.
Oh, yeah.
And that. This was a little bit more like, oh, well, if they just blown up the Quinjet, they would have never made it to Siberia,
Yeah, Jesus.
But,
You caused so much damage. Freaking what's his face? Vision.
Yeah.
Like if he blew up that jet and Zemo was just there with like 5 dead corpses waiting for nobody.
The one thing that I hated about Batman v Superman was that Lex Luthor gave up on his plan at the end. Like he didn't even care. Like what was the point of even going through? You kind of just gave up and did the whole abomination? No.
Abomination?
No, the stupid character that they had at the end, the villain, the big villain.
Oh, Darkseid? No, not Darkseid. Doomsday.
Yes, Doomsday.
Yeah.
You're killing me, man. He kind of just gave up and did all that. At least Zemo kept his plan all the way through.
Yeah.
And I still like the idea of him kind of like not being this overarching like everybody let's band together and kill him. It's more of like hey, I'm gonna work the behind the scenes and make sure that you guys really hate each other by the end of this. So
yeah, and you're saying there were holes, but like what you're just saying now, I mean, it was way better than how he did it. You and I were talking about when we were watching this movie about how much more badass it would have been if he did end up killing himself at the end. It's like, dude, I just made that.
Well, yeah, and that was one thing I was gonna say is I feel like they played pretty safe with the ending.
Yeah, it's way too safe. That was one of my pros. They didn't kill Iron Man.
Well, Zemo didn't die, which I thought would have been way more powerful. Like they wouldn't have anybody to blame and make sure that they got the justice that they got. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, Cap put that letter at the end of the movie where it's like, "Hey, we could still be friends, even though we just fought each other and tried to beat each other to a bleedy pulp." And
it's like, so this movie was only an introduction movie.
And definitely Don Cheadle's character, War Machine. I forget what it is.
Yeah, War Machine.
No, I mean that's his like superhero name. I forget what his.
Rhodes.
Yeah, Rhodey.
There
James
you
Rhodes. I feel like they played it safe by making sure that he didn't die.
Yeah,
like that was a pretty big impact.
But I liked him a little bit more than that Eagle.
But I just want to say, like, this movie's super fun and enjoyable, and like having the mashup of heroes is very satisfying.
Oh, for sure.
Even though we had to wait through like 8 movies to get them. But it still felt very satisfying. The airport scene is going to be one of the best action sequences that we have.
Yeah, I had a couple cons too. This is a little bit nitpicky. There was no reason to have the romance between Captain America and that chick from Everwood. Hey, have you seen Everwood? Did you know that Star-Lord's in it also, apparently?
Peggy Carter's daughter. Or niece.
Creepy. All right. And next, I had a big problem with Bucky.
Yeah.
He could have apologized at least once. So he was like when Tony found out that he was the one that killed his parents. he just ran away, and then when he couldn't run away, he kicked Iron Man's ass with his boyfriend Cap. I mean, he even grabbed his shield, hit Iron Man, threw it to Captain America, and they were both kicking his ass. One of the most iconic scenes in the trailers. And it's like, why couldn't you just get him in a decent rear naked choke, saying like, I'm sorry, dude, I'm just trying to restrict you. And they kicked his ass, and I felt really bad. But that was also my last con. They really underplayed Iron Man's power. Yeah, he was emotional, so he wasn't going to be fighting as smart. But do you remember Jericho from the first movie?
Yeah.
He could have launched that easily. I understand that would have really cut the entertainment. Not the technology. Dude,
but he got rid of all the weaponry.
He could have really messed up easily, even if he did take care of some of the death stuff. So I thought that, or no, I didn't think it. Just those little things where they underplayed what he could have done bothered me. It's an itch I can't get over.
All right, Deej, give it to me. What's your rating? Go.
You know what? There was. I mean, how did I say it? The flow with action, drama, and comedy. It just keeps getting better and better. You're going to enjoy this movie from the beginning to end. I'm going to give it a solid 9 out of 10. There's almost like nothing you can really poke a hole into, besides the thing that I just couldn't get over.
Yeah, the things that we were nitpicking.
Yeah. But yeah, 9 out of 10. It's a great movie.
Yeah. I gave it an 8 out of 10, or 2 beers to enjoy this movie, which is a little bit further than normal that we do for our ratings.
Yeah.
But I feel like it was really good overall. Great action, good story development. It's similar to BVS, which you would have just seen a couple months prior to that movie.
Yeah,
so you would have been
surprisingly similar.
You've been like, oh, well, I kind of just saw that plan again.
Oh, and this is just done a little bit better.
You know, and like I said, I run into some problems with Zemo's plans and some of the Avengers' motives, right? As far as that, and then of course, you know, like we mentioned, you got to watch like 8 movies to get up to this one and feel like the very satisfaction that you're looking for.
Of course.
You know. But I'm definitely like glad that the Russo brothers are in charge of the Avengers now.
Oh, I'm so excited for that.
Even though Joss Whedon's one of my favorite directors.
He's got the Justice League. I'm fine with it.
I'm really glad to see where they're going forward with that.
Dude, seriously. Yeah, so I got 1 beer. You got 2 beers. I usually have to drink before I think it's the best movie in the world, but after that last review, I'm gonna have to say I might like skew it a little bit more. I need 1 beer to think this movie is a 2016 Anchorman. Thank you, Matt.
All right.
Hundo.
Best movie in the world.
Let's go ahead and hit some trivia here real quick, and then we'll head into our next segment. An estimated $250 million budget. They had an opening weekend of $175 million, $9 million. Domestically, they garnered $408 million and $1.2 billion worldwide. This is the longest Marvel film to date at 2 hours and 27 minutes, which is crazy because BVS is like 6 hours.
No, that's extra props. That the 2.5 hours flew by pretty well. But yeah.
Tony Stark, who is Robert Downey Jr., remarks about how attractive Aunt May is during the whole Spider-Man reveal sequence. Who is Marissa Tomei? Robert Downey Jr. and Marissa Tomei were actually had a relationship together in the 90s.
Oh, wow.
And were in 2 movies together, which were Chaplin and Only You. Which I've seen Only You, but not Chaplin. And then last but not least, during the airport fight sequence, and I did this one for you, Deej, there's a truck resembling like a stair truck.
No way.
Kind of like the one owned by the Bluth family from Arrested Development.
That's awesome.
The reason why? The Russo brothers were involved in directing the pilots of Arrested Development and were involved with several production of episodes for Arrested Development.
All right. You hear that, Matt? That was...
No, I'm on Facebook. Sorry.
That was my favorite trivia point. Thank you, Casey. I'm going to have to frame that one. Great, man.
All right. Well, and in honor of Spider-Man, in honor of Spider-Man, I was kind of thinking, and I was talking to DJ a lot, and I was like, if we couldn't choose a spider, what kind of bug would we actually choose to gain the powers of?
Which is probably the best question you could think about for a couple of days, you know?
So DJ and I prepared a couple, pretty short, but we got some points of why, or of what bug we'd like to be. Mm-hmm. And then you guys maybe at home can chime in on the comment line.
Let us know.
Say which one's better maybe, or just tell us what you actually think would be a good bug to gain the powers of.
Ladybug, stick bug, you name it.
Praying
Bug's
mantis.
life.
I almost went with praying mantis.
So did I. But there's already a superhero named Mantis. You can feel people's feelings.
We didn't go for anything that was like previously established, or I didn't at least, any previously established superhero that might share a name like that. But, DJ, I'm going to go ahead and let you take this one first.
All right, man. Well, of course you can be anything sounding cool, like a Goliath bug or a dragonfly. But I wanted to go with something with my personal insecurities. So... This animal is called a scorpion fly. They're also
I don't
called.
think I've heard of that.
Oh, yeah, well, I researched it. So they're also called Panorpidae.
Okay, we don't need the.
Sorry.
The Latin translation.
So the things that I'm a little bit self-conscious of, I know you can tell I'm a pretty buff dude, but under the table, I have
pretty chicken legs.
I'm pretty. I'm heavy. I'm heavy on my lower half. So I think I found a match made in heaven. So the scorpion flies are also called Panorpidae. They have enlarged abdomen and genitalia. Story of my life. So it's kind of like a scorpion tail and stinger. But they have 2 pairs of wings. I mean, I think.
To make sure you can
whatever.
fly?
Yeah, to make sort of.
How does this translate to your superhero?
Hang on a second. And a strong pair of legs where they can catch their prey with. I think that's perfectly with me. I have an outrageously large genitalia, pretty strong legs that I can destroy any of my foes with. And however, despite their double set of wings, scorpions fly pretty bad. They cannot fly. All right. So
you're just reading.
So yeah, that's it. So I will have the wings, but again, I'm bottom heavy. I cannot fly very well. I think this is me, and I actually have a name. I can fight crime with my strong ass legs while being able to balance with my wings with my
You know he looked on Google insect that has biggest dong and just picked that.
He definitely just copied and pasted from a Wikipedia page.
Just on the dong
he
part.
He figured out halfway through his sentence that he didn't actually want to say all that.
I don't know what you're talking about, you dick. So I have a name. So it's a Panorpidae. You can call me Panoman the Great, or for Matt, the libido enhancer.
No, all right.
That one's a good one.
Okay,
that's a good one.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this.
Okay.
My bug that I want to have the powers of, and before you guys just go ahead and start judging right away, you need to actually think about it.
All right.
I picked the powers of a dung beetle.
What the All right. So we're talking about being a superhero, right? So my superhero is not just going to go around rolling a ball of shit around everywhere. The point of this is that the dung beetle is actually the strongest of the insects. It can do anywhere from 250 to over 1,000 times its own weight. Whoa.
To push around in a ball.
All right, that's mighty impressive.
So, yes, my character is going to have super strength, more strength than Spider-Man. I don't even know how they figured out how he was stronger than most.
I think he's like 3 to 10 times stronger
than
a human, than a 15-year-old boy.
I just want to let you know, if we take from the strongest of the dung beetles, which is the Goliath, which you were trying to make fun of earlier, at over 1,000 times its own weight, that's an average man pulling 6 double-decker buses by himself.
Jesus. Wait, double-decker buses is like those British things,
yeah.
Right?
So, obviously, my dude is just no strength.
We're talking about like max squat or up to like curling?
No, pulling.
Jesus Christ.
Using those legs.
I want to see those biceps. That's pretty
now,
impressive.
the other thing I want to bring up here is that the dung beetle is a natural fighter. They got to make sure that they keep their ball of dung away from everybody else. So they have to fight to make sure that they keep what is theirs. How better, can you think of a better explanation for a superhero to make sure that they are looking to fight for what is theirs and that can protect what is theirs that they work so hard for?
I'm really trying to go for that genitalia thing. I don't think I got you beat. Okay. No, I don't.
Another thing I want to bring up is that they're natural navigators. They use the sun, moon, and the Milky Way to be able to navigate their way through. That means no one's getting lost.
No one's getting lost. You know, like a man driving, right? That's sexist, Casey. Don't high five to that shit.
And it's the only known species to be able to do that. So I'm killing it. I know direction at this point. Nothing's going to stop me unless you put a little cardboard over my face and I can't see anything. Which is the study that I grabbed that from.
That's a pretty solid hero, man.
And no, I got one last thing.
Oh, shit.
We'll finish up here. If we want to get mythical with it, the scarab beetles are based off of the sun god Khepri.
Capri?
Khepri.
Isn't it?
Khepri.
Sun god.
Khepri. Which
like capri pants?
he was the one in Egyptian culture who moved the sun around the earth.
All right. Okay.
I just gained fire powers.
Tell you what, your movies would be super boring.
No way.
Yeah, who are you gonna find to be your equal?
I don't know.
I at least my species has a female dominant.
Someone who can outthink me, right?
Yeah, I'll think your bulging biceps.
All right, well, you
Great
heard
hero,
it here
man.
first. I didn't actually come up with a name. Scarab Man.
Scarab Man, right? Scarab Man, the dung beetle.
Say whatever you want.
If you don't get asked with that name,
can you do 1,000 times your own weight?
No, I can't.
No, you can't. Exactly.
But I can turn my insecurities as a weapon. I think
all
that's
right,
the biggest hero of us all.
Let us know in the comments, guys, what you think would be the best insect or bug to be able to use. Obviously, we didn't use spiders at all because that's already covered with Spider-Man.
Yeah, they got it covered.
So
in the last 15
let us
years.
know in the comments, or if you agree with one of us, let us know in there. Now, Deej, let's go ahead and pause right here. We are heading into our next pee break with the Matman 100.
100.
Let me catch up here. He is going to be doing his pee break rap, the only one of this show that will be continuing here forward.
You have this one and the next one.
I know.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah?
Dang, calm down.
Sorry, man.
He's going to be doing the pee break rap, and we'll be back and we'll be playing some games, right?
Oh, yeah.
Get ready to go down.
Oh, you're going to be losing some games.
Yeah, okay.
Someone's going down on somebody. Here we go. All right, you're off. Here we go. You're off. You're off. All right, here we go. Yeah. 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 100. Captain America was good and now he's bad. Ab's looking a little fake. That leather is hella sad. And no, it's not a fad. 100, he is your lad. That's me. 100. Let me ask some questions they never ask. How are his Ant-Man's limbs still attached? Ant-Man is small and then he is big. How does his heart not look like a fig? He is his own league. Damn, he's in his own league. Ant-Man, what's up though? Why is the captain still single? You know Shannon's looking for that ring dough. He's a savage. He banged her sister. That's some baggage. He's healthy. Hit him with a cabbage. Playing with these girls like they're Cabbage Patch. Playing with them or they will latch. I know all you want is to get the snatch. Yeah. Don't tell me all you want is love. Yeah. One more time. Don't tell me all you want is love. Yeah. Nope. This rap is now 120. I gotta get to 100. Gonna look you in the eye and say, do you wanna come to my bedroom? Hey! It's inappropriate, man. Why would you say something like that? I would never say something like that. Yeah. 100 and I'm moving, but I'm not moving on. I'm looking at you and I'm looking at your mom. Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Put out the mom joke. That definitely means that I have nothing written down. Gonna be almost 2 minutes. Then I'll get out of town, literally. I'm gonna drive away. Then I'll be far away. But I'm gonna do my raps and send an email to Casey every day. Maverick is sleeping. He is our dog. He's in the fog. Yeah. DJ, where you at? Why aren't you in the seat? Why aren't you back? Yeah, 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 yeah.
All
yeah.
right. We are back for our game. Let's go ahead. I'm just going to introduce it. We're going to be playing a little bit of Movie Pictionary.
All right.
It's a game that we haven't played in a little while because it coordinates a lot of extra people. Mainly one of our producers here, Josephine. Wave to the camera. Yeah, there we go. So, if you guys remember, I think I won the last 2 games of this.
Okay. All right. For the record, I'm undefeated, but okay. Whatever.
Well, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to have Matt go ahead and explain the first round of the rules.
100.
And then we'll start the power hour.
Sounds good.
Let's go for it, Matt Man 100.
All right, this is going to be about 20 to 30 movies written on index cards, and those are going to be folded up in the bowl, okay? The game master or neutral player, that's Josephine over there, will be drawing these cards and then writing the genre of the movie on the index card at the top of the whiteboard, okay? Round 1 will commence with 3 movies per contestant, 1 player at a time, okay? Each turn gets you 20 seconds. If you do not get the correct answer within the time, no point will be awarded. Stealing is allowed at the end of each turn. Max of 5 seconds to answer for the steal.
Awesome. Thank you, Matt Man 100. Let's go ahead and start the clock here, Deej.
Let's start the clock, man. Damn, that's
Woo!
3 5s.
Man, we're on point right now.
All
right,
my
so
wrist.
I don't know if you guys remember, but I won the debate against DJ for Batman v Superman.
I'll tell you what, Casey. I don't remember.
So I'm going to go ahead and let DJ go first here. It's going to be 3 movies that he has to guess on the Movie Pictionary board here that we got. And whenever Josephine is ready, we'll go ahead and start. All right, let's go ahead and start the clock for the first one.
Go.
This is a horror.
Horror movie.
Jaws.
That's it? All right, cool. That was the first point. Matt, go ahead and record that for Deej. The eraser is on the top of the board there. Yeah, and Josephine, go ahead and just shout out what the genre is going to be for Deej.
Action. That's a tough word to spell.
I'm not even... Oh. Do I know what that is?
Godzilla? Is that action?
Oh, there we go.
All right, thank you.
Cool. Let's go ahead and give that point to Deej. That's number 2.
Hey, Josephine, I would tell you what, that's way better than the 98 Godzilla.
Yeah.
It was 98 or 97?
I think it was 98.
We could probably, like, maybe put text over. No, we'll see.
So this is sci-fi?
Okay.
Sci-fi. Go for it. Start the clock.
So we get 3, right? Looks like some udders. I want to say Arrival.
I already know what that is.
Oh, Inception.
Hey,
Fantastic.
there we go.
Top.
All right.
Good job.
3 for 3. There we go. All right. So now it's going to be my turn. Correct,
luck.
Matt Man 100?
That is correct. 3 for DJ.
Yes.
Let's go ahead. Josephine, I am ready. Let's do this. All right. Start the clock.
The beer's warm.
Yeah, it's warm.
It's going right down my gullet.
Oh my God. A tent pyramid. Oh man, this The Mummy. Yes. Yeah, there we go.
That's a good one.
Yes.
I really wish I could jump
All right,
in
so that
and
was 1
mess you
for
up.
me.
I was going to say the Rubik's Cube movie.
All right, action is the topic or the genre. Let's go ahead and go. Whoa, that's a weird person. Action. Oh man, I have no idea. Lilo, no. Oh my God, I have. I really don't.
5.
Oh no.
2, 1.
Cut
gone.
Clown.
Oh!
Did I get it, Matt?
No,
Man?
it was at 30.
Oh
Sorry.
my God!
That is the second time that's happened to me, by the way. Matt hates me. He never wants me to win.
Just trying to be fair, bro. Stop complaining.
Wow. Okay.
Well, I felt like I said the answer when you said 1.
You can say well for now that's a no, but
Yeah.
it would during
Let us
editing,
know
you'll
in the
check it
comments,
out.
guys.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3 for me. Let's go ahead. What is the genre?
Matt is the best judge though.
What was that?
I don't think I've communicated that enough.
Go ahead and say the genre.
So this is
Animated.
animated?
No sarcasm.
My worst
I love you.
one.
Just sucking up.
Monsters Inc. One eye, huh? Minions.
Yes.
There we go.
Wow. Okay. That's 3 for 3.
All right. Let's go ahead. Mattman 100, go and explain round 2.
All right, round 2 is going to be your free-for-all round. 5 movies will be played, 20 seconds per movie. There's no correct answer within the time limit. No point will be awarded.
All right. Let's go ahead and let's put up the first one.
Wait, how many was there going to be again?
There's going to be 5.
5. Okay.
And it's whoever shouts the answer first. So
I just draw, right?
just tell us the genre, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, so the genre is comedy.
Let's go.
Okay.
Comedy. Dodgeball.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
I would
Next one
guess
up.
it.
That was a point for me.
Okay, so this is
Action
action adventure.
adventure.
Batman. Oh.
Batman
Begins.
Superman. Dawn of
Batman,
Justice.
Superman.
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yes.
Oh!
Jesus.
Dang it.
Okay, this is drama.
Okay, drama. The last point was for DJ. The Hand.
Monsters Ball.
D-
Pup.
the Godfather. Yes. That's
Oh.
the
Son
poster
of
for
a
The Godfather.
Bitch.
Hey, we
I
were
said
just
son of a
talking about
bitch.
this.
I didn't call you a bitch, Josephine. I'm sorry about that one.
That was a point for me.
This is horror.
Horror is the next genre. There's a face here.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, it's not it.
Can you
Jason.
Can you get a little bit?
Friday the 13th.
Halloween.
Oh,
can you,
that was good. That was a good guess.
Can you move a little bit away from the board when you're drawing? Sorry, cover me just a little bit.
All right, who
Only
got
so that
that one?
point was for DJ. And how many do we got left in this round, Matt?
One more.
One more left for this round.
Yeah,
Josephine is pulling one out right now.
Sci-fi.
We got sci-fi as the genre. Let's
Alien.
go ahead and hit.
I'm not gonna guess it.
I see some people.
BFG.
5,
Wow. Okay.
3,
The Ring.
2,
Lord of the Rings.
1.
Oh,
You better
Yeah.
give it to me that time,
You're
asshole.
inside. You're inside.
What's
you're
the
inside.
tall one? What's the tall one?
That was Sauron.
And then the
Yeah, Sauron.
I thought Sauron was an eye, but okay. Oh, was
he's-
that an
he's
eye?
big. Yeah, I think that was supposed to be an eye too.
Oh, okay. Was that 5?
Well, that was the last
That
one.
was
right?
5. Yeah, now
All
we're
right,
going into
Matt,
round 3 here.
Go ahead and explain round 3 to the people who are watching at home.
All right, this is going to be the speed round. It'll commence with each player getting 1 turn with 2 minutes to get as many correct drawings as possible. 2 points will
Alrighty.
be awarded each drawing you guess on the first try. Each guess you make after that will be awarded 1 point. 2 passes are allowed for each person. Okay?
Mattman, who is in the lead?
Right now, there's nobody. It's a tie. 5-5.
Oh, it's a tie.
It's a little bit of
All
a
right.
tie.
Well, since I won the last game, like I'm going to remind all of our viewers back home,
I don't know what
DJ,
he's talking about, guys.
DJ, you're going to have 2 minutes to go ahead and guess as many as you can.
All right.
Josephine will be shouting the genre at you
In my face?
in your face. And the clock will start when Josephine says go.
Okay, go. So this is drama.
Drama is the genre. Oh, I feel like we're starting to get into the harder stuff now.
Yeah.
You have 2 passes available.
I don't know this movie. Skip. shit. I think it was that Jesse J. No, it's a hat. Do you know that one?
Looked like Catch Me If You Can, maybe.
30 seconds.
Comedy.
Comedy. Ooh, I think I know this one. Yeah, I definitely know this one.
Pass. Dang.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yes.
That's not cool.
All right, you're done with your passes, Deej.
Yeah.
1 minute left.
That answer did not count for me, by the way. Just
Correct.
to let you know.
Yeah.
Sci-fi. What time have we got left?
Aliens? Oh,
1 minute.
E.T.?
There you go. That was the first thing I thought was E.T.
I was looking at that alien from American Dad. That's what I'm thinking. What's this genre?
Oh, sorry.
Comedy.
30 seconds.
Addams Family? Jesus Christ.
I'm not even sure if I think it. No, don't. You can't write anything.
Kung Fu Hustle.
All right, 5. And we're done.
What is that?
Is that Anchorman?
Yes.
Oh, my best movie of all time.
I thought that was like his cheekbones.
I would have got it. All right, did you get any correct,
I'm not
DJ?
sure.
It was a hard.
Did you get any correct, DJ,
I got one correct.
on the first try?
Oh, because that counts as 2?
Yeah, it counts as 2 points.
No. I said aliens, and then I said the correct answer whatever the was.
All right, so we're looking right now at
right, so I
6
just
to
need-
5, DJ. Casey just needs to answer 1 on the first try or 2 on the second try for the win.
All right, so if DJ will come back to the seat,
Dude, I've been here. What are you talking about?
let's go ahead. Let's start my clock. Josephine, whenever you say go.
Go. So this is
Drama.
Didn't you have a roommate named Drama?
It's the man formerly known as Madman 100. The Crying Man. The Scarface. There we go.
All right,
That was
tied
1
up. One
point.
more.
Next up,
Okay. This one is action.
action. Wait,
I think I know what it is.
with the T on her face? Wonder Woman.
Yes.
There
We have
there we go. Let's go ahead and end it there.
knock it out, Matt.
All right.
Let everybody know what the score is.
Someone edged out the other.
Ending off, we got Queen, We Are the Champions playing in the background with, in this corner, 7 points. The one, the only, CJ.
Oh!
Hey, there we go.
What are the
love
odds? Son of a bitch. You know
Hey,
what?
well, you guys saw it here.
Cheers. Well, you're right.
Well, we got a couple minutes left. Oh, you're a little behind. Well, first of all, I'd just like to go ahead and
Damn!
while we're using up some time here, I'd like to go ahead and give a special thanks to our producer Josephine here.
Great job.
Go ahead and wave to the camera again. You did a great job. We guessed a lot of those pretty fast, so you were doing pretty well. Don't.
What didn't I get? What?
Oh, that was
with the
Forrest
hat.
Gump. Oh, okay.
You know,
The shoes with the person running at the very beginning.
in
of
your
DJ's
defense, there's
speed
a ton
round
of stories.
Was
that you could've went to.
Forrest Gump.
It's tough.
So
Good job. Illustrations all
that
around
was
them.
that was great, Mattman 100. We are
Hundo.
going to miss you as our host for the games.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure you were the host and the Mo host, but I will take the title.
Do you have a beer with you right now?
I crumpled it up because I finished. Good old college routine.
You could have had another one if you wanted.
I could have, but I'm driving to go get burritos after this.
For burritos. Dang, dude. Don't tempt me.
So, guys, you just saw it here. This is kind of like a shorter version of CJ and DJ's Movie Power Hour, right?
Personally, I like it. Let us know what you guys think.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think. This is going to be our format going here forward, unless you guys are really coming out in droves and telling us, like, hey, we really like that longer version better. You guys are providing more content that way.
We
let us know.
Yeah, we are a lot more thorough with that one, but right now we are just trying to get more action-packed for you. And, you know, we want to give you great context, so give us some feedback. We respond to every comment, every message.
You're really leaving me hanging. Let's go ahead and take this last shot here. This ends the Power Hour. Once again, guys, my name is CJ, your game winner of every game. Your game winner of this game, but your host, I am CJ. We got the co-host with the mo-host, the loser DJ.
Yeah. Surprisingly, Conor McGregor knocked my Mayweather out. I'm 49-1. What are the odds? And thank you guys for watching.
Yes, thank you guys for watching. We got Mattman 100 over in the booth.
100.
Now, guys, I know you're wondering. He will still be featured in our videos. He's just going to do a rap only instead. He won't be engineering. We'll have somebody else coming in for engineering and all that good stuff. The new person will be able to talk and everything, just like Matt does. But, guys, make sure to check us out on our channel, Movie Brewhouse Productions. It's a great channel.
It's a great channel. We're a great follow. We're going to have some Instagram video, photos and videos in here.
Yeah, you guys can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, at Movie Brewhouse Production. You can follow us out on Twitter, at Movie Brewhouse. Guys, we love all y'all. And for now, you guys have a great night, Movie Brewers.